Okay, checking once again, checking once again. Oh, I've been talking for the best part of 15 minutes for myself. Happens at some age, doesn't it? Anyway, okay. So let's start once again officially. Greetings, Petrolhead. Greetings, Petrolheads, and welcome to RomRom.net, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. Today, again, with a race from Assetto Corsa frame. What did I want to say? Yes, today the Assetto Corsa friends are racing in Monaco because I suppose they found Sachsenring too easy. I don't know. Sachsenring was an interesting race, but I suppose that this race is gonna be even more interesting because it's Monaco. I mean, awe at anybody who's able to complete more than 2.5 laps at Monaco. So imagine a whole race, even two, as Assetto Corsa friends are gonna be doing. As per the standard rules of Assetto Corsa friends, they are racing twice 40 minutes, with the second race being... Oops. With the second race having a reverse grid for the 10 first positions. Setups are fixed. The only thing that the drivers are allowed to change is the pressure of the tires. Everything in the setup, including the fuel, is fixed. That was an issue at Sachsenring, as those who were there may remember. We are at the moment at qualifying, which is difficult enough because when you're in your in or out lap, it's difficult to make place to the person who is behind you. A question to everyone watching on the stream: is the mix... Ouch, that was a nice one. Is the mix between my voice and the cars okay, or is one or the other too loud? Perfect mix? Good. That's good. You will sadly only hear my voice today, as of the extensive people that we have that could commentate with me. Nobody today can could join, which is sad because I love to commentate with other people. Don't go over that curb, man. So it's gonna be only me. I don't believe on plastering you with my comments, so if you If you hear me, if you at some point don't hear me, while it may be that I messed up the sound once again as at the beginning, it's also possible that I'm just letting you enjoy the race. Ouch. That wasn't fair. Ugh. Oh yes, all these cars are driving on medium tires, as it's the tire that is fixed in the setup, and the setup is fixed. So Pascal, you prefer to slouch on the couch than to drive? Sus. Incredible. I'm gonna snitch. While I don't suppose that I have to say much about Monaco, it's still so that this track is a difficult one, one that I would not. Oh, father, Pascal, get well as soon as possible. Yeah, Wouter, this sure will be fun. It was quite fun at Sachsenring. And let's see how Monaco does. I was watching the Discord of the Assetto Corsa friends these last weeks, and a lot of people were having a lot of problems at Monaco, which I totally understand. I don't know exactly what we're waiting for at the moment. This is me. Ooh, we are starting the race soon in less than 3 minutes. I pretty much expect that it's gonna be wild on the first lap, first laps. So you'll excuse me if I'm not able to tell you everything that happens at the moment happens. Because I expect cold tires, cold brakes, and Monaco, that there is gonna be some fun going on. Let's call it this way. Yeah, no heroics into Saint-Devo. Well, let's hope that nobody thinks that it's a good idea to just try to go for their small place, because well, it's difficult enough to race on Monaco. It's even more difficult to overtake somebody at Monaco. Minute. $30 seconds. Let's see how this goes. We have Jakovsky on first, Ozolin on second, Malman on third, and Döll on fourth. Let's see if this is how it ends being after the first lap. Lights are out, and here we go. 40 minutes at Monaco. 911 Assetto Corsa, friends. Jakovsky keeps the first place. Azzolin, Malman, Zul, everything kept as it was. At the moment, I don't see any crashes, which is important, you know. And we keep the timings as they were. Bravo. Now the tunnel. Of course, after the tunnel, the Nouvelle Chicane is a place where people love to overtake others. But for now, everything stays as it is. May quite well be that the drivers are going more for a race of attrition, expecting others to just, grow tired. It's not an easy track by any means. Right, it seems that all the drivers have been able to finish the first lap without any big issue. Oh, and of course, I said it and something was happening, because that's... Mitch and Weimschein having issues and getting into some argy-bargy. Hopefully the cars are not too badly. On the first four positions are the same: Diakovsky, Azzolin, Malman and Zöll. Nothing has changed, and Diakovsky has made the fastest lap of the race, which is not surprising. And Kilian wanted to overtake Zöll. Oh, and Kilian has lost control. And he's... no, I think he could get out of the way. So yeah, The first lap was okay, but after that, yikes. So while at the front everything is almost as it was, or no, mostly as it was, there's been some changes at the back already. Killian dropped to 9th. We have Nitch trying to find some place around Killian. And now Gertz, Killian, all these guys doing exceedingly good laps. But at the front, nothing really has changed, with Biakovsky, Azulin, Malman and Zul being the first ones. But what's happening here? We have trying still to find. If they don't take care, Killian and Nitch are gonna end up not finishing the race. I mean, I do understand that Nitch seems to be faster than Killian, but get the feeling he's trying to find places, find a gap where there is none. Malman with the fastest lap. No, now Zöll, now Tunis. Alright. These guys are all doing one after the other the fastest lap of the race. I see Schmidt got a cutting warning for trying to cut the track. Ooh, yeah, the car went a little bit there. Now we see trying to find a gap. No, man. No, not there. Not try to surpass somebody at Mirabeau. Ah! And now Nitch did some boo-boo at Mirabeau and is being surpassed by Ferry. Don't worry, you're not missing anything at the front with Diakovsky, Azalin, Palman and Zul, and again, keeping the way that they are driving, but here at the back there's a lot going on. And if they continue taking the curbs like that, not only are they gonna get into issues, they're gonna get penalties. Because believe it or not, even if it's Monaco, there are penalties for cutting the track. Oh, that's a bad place to spin around 180. And Bloom overtakes Kilian. But Kilian is trying to respond to that. Which is difficult at Monaco, as we all know. So while at the front everything is keeping the same, there's a lot going on, so from the kinda 6th, 7th place on. And we have to remember, as the fuel is fixed, and these guys would have to go into pits to refuel, you cannot just pressure on and drive on as fast as you can. You have to always take a look at how much fuel you still have. With 1:28.58, Arman has set up the fastest lap of the race, but is still 4 seconds away from Diakowski and 2 seconds away from Azolin. Despite what we're seeing here of so many people going over the curbs, there are no new cutting warnings. Everything is okay for now. Ooh. And Scar a little bit squirrely there. I mean Bloom. Oh. Bloom and Kilian are having some race there. Here we go. Ooh. No, yeah. I told ya. You don't take the curbs like that and won't get killed by Monaco. Of course, he smelled the sweet smell of place 6. But I think Kilian is pressing a little bit too much. I think he's overreaching either the limits of the car or his own limits. As you can see, the car gets early. I've done a couple of races with especially these 911 mod, and it's not an easy car to drive. It loves to oversteer, even more so than normally the Porsches do, which they do a lot in any sim. Turn the on again. Again, take of the curb a little bit strongly. Sausage to be precise, and these two are not giving each other any space. There we go. Yeah. Because of all these shenanigans, they have lost now 2 places, Killian and Bloom. So I suppose now they're even more eager to get in front. Talking about front, nothing has changed. Diakovsky, Azolin, Malman and Zul still first to fourth. Of course, Killian wants to overtake Nitch, while he's got Bloom directly behind him. These gonna be interesting. You don't go here. The Nouvelle Chicane is not a good place to go 3 wide. Fastest lap for Gerard. Oh, and Killian has put some space between him and Bloom, but not between him and Nitch. Contrary, he's trying to chase him. Always so nice, and now I suppose Porsche is gonna try to get in there. Not a good hole. I'm all the time saying it's not a good place to overtake, but truth to be told, there's almost no good place to overtake at Monaco. Anybody of a different opinion? Or do you guys try to overtake at Monaco? Of course, Killian lost control of the car at Saint-Devo, but at least Schmidt getting again a warning for cutting the track. Boom. Also, oh, ouch. Gerard's kissing the end of Malman got stop and go for speeding. What? May have missed that he went into pits. Because the only place that you can get a penalty for speeding is the pits. That's gonna change a little bit of the first places. You lose around 18 to 2 seconds. Especially because it's a stop and go. Zatla and Gerard's going at it. Zatla and Bleimschein. So if Malman serves this stop and go, he's gonna lose around 30 seconds and could end up 6th. From 3rd to 6th. That hurts. You see how squirrely this car is? You have to be very careful with anything that you do. Oh, and Killian has lost a place to Gerard. So at the front we have quite a relaxed race, so to speak. Jakovsky is 8 seconds in front of Azolin, who is 4 seconds in front of Malman, who may have to serve the stop and go at some point. And I suppose that Malman then he's gonna be giving his third position to Zerl and Tennyson. And is gonna come in front of Ariel. At the moment we have two fights. One is Killian against Gerards, and the other is Nitch against Fett. Which, if Malman has to go into pits, and he should be going in, could very well be a fight for podium for the third place. Oh! System is telling me there's been a crash? I don't see it anywhere. Probably. Doesn't look as if he went into pits. And he just had some issue racing. Oh. At least according to the data of the server, Malman has been disqualified. I don't know if this is going to be changed by race control. I have any information from race control. Killian just overtook Gerards. Yeah, there we go. Malman did not finish. So we have a small change after the DNF from Malman. First Diakovsky, second Azolin, third Dörr, fourth Tönnissen. There's some shenanigans going on with Malman. I suppose he's trying to get into the server once again, but it's a little bit strange. I suppose after the race on the Discord, together with race control, everything will be discussed and analyzed. At the moment we're seeing Tönnissen trying to get into the podium by getting the place from Zöll. Remember, after this race, there's gonna be a second race, again 40 minutes with a reversed grid. So Zöll and Tönnissen still trying to find out who is gonna be going into the podium. Careful with that sausage, man. Careful with that. More than enough fights here. Like we have Zolan Tennyson, we have Nitch and Ferry, and we have Bloom and Gerard. Quite some stuff going on. And yes, stuff is a technical word. Oh wait, and is Yakovsky already lapping these guys? Yeah. Impressive. Truth to be told, I would be scared if I would be getting a blue flag at Monaco. I don't know where to go. Ooh, very very locked the brakes, and of course he's giving the place back. Gerard has taken the place from Bloom, but what we were watching here was Tennyson. Because of locking the brakes, Timeshine is gonna try to take the place from Ferry. I mean, for now all these fights are just that, fights, because it's not easy to find a spot to overtake at Monaco, but still. Tennyson against Zul once again. If he comes out of this curve good enough, nah, I don't think he's near enough. So again, places 1 to 4 are Diakovsky, Azalin, Zul and Tennyson, and place 3 and 4 could change at some point during this race, as Tennyson is trying to find a gap, or at least to make Zul nervous so that he makes a gap. For those who came late into this race, the Assetto Corsa friends on these 911 races use a fixed setup where you cannot change anything but the pressure of the tires, not even the fuel. Oh, Zerl doing the fastest lap of the race. Tennyson being a little bit too greedy, I think. Let's see, maybe that helped him. Ooh. Sunshine's car getting a little bit squirrely there. This, as I've said, very not an easy car to drive. Oh, Gerard's against Bloom, but that's 9th and 10th, please. Or, well, for the next race, 1st and 2nd position on the grid. Five minutes yet to go on this race. Yeah. Bloom hitting the rail. We're back to the fight of Tennyson against Zoe. From what I'm seeing, Gerard's once again. From what I'm seeing between Zöll and Tennyson, like Zöll must do something wrong to give up the position, because they are quite similar in their driving and in their times, and therefore it's gonna be difficult for Tennyson to find a gap. First and second positions, quite stable, quite relaxed for Diakovsky and Azolin. I mean, as relaxed as you can be in and Tennyson going off as relaxed as you can be in Monaco, as I was. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I think Tennyson is going a little bit over the limits of either the car or himself, and we saw already one big error, and I hope he doesn't throw the race away in the last 3 minutes. I mean, getting a 4th position is better than not finishing at all. And as I said, Zöll and Tennyson are quite similar in their times and in their racing, so we have a small train here of Ferry, Bleimschein and Killian. Killian has not been able to regain more positions since the beginning of the race. But 2 wide at Saint-Devant, 3 wide? Guys, not a good idea. But Ferry, I think, ends up winning that and is now on 6th position. And Killian hit Bleimschein clearly. I expect that this is going to be the source of some discussions after the race. What is happening with Ferry? Is he having fuel issues? That could be very possible at the end of the race, as we saw already at Sachsenring. This is something that could very well be happening. Now that we are less than 1 minute from the end of the race, that we're gonna see the one or the other getting slower, either because they're out of fuel or because they have to lift and coast to not end up being out of fuel. Denison still chasing Zöll. Less than 20 seconds to go. So I expect that the next time that Diakovsky goes through the line, he's gonna be winning the race. With 20 seconds in front of number 2, who I expect is gonna be Colin. And no, I'm not gonna bet on who's gonna be 3rd or 4th. Well, I expect things to stay as they are. As I said, I'm not gonna bet on that. It's Monaco. So now 1 lap to go. Exactly. No, exactly. Diakovsky has won the race after 40 minutes. Maybe that's not the best place to do some donuts. Anyway, Azalin coming in 2nd. These guys still fighting for the 3rd position. But it looks very much like Zöll finishing the podium on 3rd, and Tennyson behind him after quite some race behind him. Well done. Whoa, Nitsch and Killian cutting that chicane. Whoa! Killian hitting Nitsch? That's not nice. At least he leaves him place, but so the fight for the 5th position is hot. Nitsch, Killian, Nitsch, Killian. Who's gonna end up 5th? Yo, it's Nitsch, Killian, and then Ferry. I'm Shine, I suppose, gonna be 8th, yes. And we have almost all positions. Now we have all positions. Diakovsky, Azalin, and Zöll 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then Tennyson, Nitsch, Killian, Ferry, Bleimschein, Blum, Gerhardt, and Schmidt, with Malman not finishing the race after not serving a penalty. Stay put, because in no time we are going into the 2nd race, which is going to be once again 40 minutes on a reversed grid coming from the 10th position. So, how did you all find this race? Let me know in the chat. You all stay put because the second race is gonna be... Well, Penelope, true, but there was some fights in there. So I gotta say there was more fighting and more trying to get the place of the other than I expected. I did find it as good as Sachsenring, for different reasons, of course. Give you some other images from Monaco at the moment. Let me see if there are any informations. Nope. I don't see anything new. I mean, there's stuff happening on AC Friends, but nothing that has to do with the race. At least not as far as I can see. We are waiting for the server to set up the second race, again 40 minutes at Monaco, but this time with the reverse grid of the first race. go. We are starting quite soon the second race at Monaco, Assetto Corsa friends. Reversed grid from the first one. In less than 3 minutes, they're gonna try to go again at it. For those of you new to the race, these are 911, 911 Porsches, a mod, and the setup is fixed. The only thing that they can change is the pressure of the tires. The tires are also fixed at mediums. I mean, what else but mediums would be able to survive 40 minutes without having to go into pits? Interestingly and nicely enough, there were no issues with fuel in this second race that I could see. We are 1 minute away from the start of the second race at Monaco from Assetto Corsa friends. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. And away we go for the second race of the Assetto Corsa friends at Monaco. Let's see how these guys survive this first lap. I see some of the drivers going, oh, and we've had a crash. See exactly who it was, so it seems to have been Mitt. Yeah, oh bother. Anyway, let's continue watching what happens. Of course, don't. Bloom has kept the first position, Blimeshine, Killian second and third. More than enough going on. And we see Malman trying to get the best of Azaline, but yeah, on the new chicane is gonna be difficult. At the front, more than enough going on. Bloom gaining a little bit of space. Julian blocking the brakes, but very near to Blimeshine. If he's clever, he's gonna try to surpass him now. Difficult, Sandivon, yeah. I wouldn't have tried either. Paris overtakes Tennyson. Of course, now that we're on reverse grid, there's gonna be more fighting going on. and that at Monaco. Tennyson getting the place back on Ferry. Rosaline and Zöll going at it. Well, they've all survived Mirabeau quite well. So other than the crash by Schmidt at the beginning, these first laps have gone quite well. Oh, and of course, I say it and Bloom turns around 180. Should have kept my mouth shut. Of course, we're gonna be seeing best laps in the next laps. I think. Pincho having some issues also. But at the front, for now, they are all quite near to each other. Okay, Kilian has gained already almost 2 seconds. But the others are quite near. Blimeshine, Tennyson, Ferry, Azalin, and even Zöll. And Malman. So, first 8 places, like about couple of seconds or less from each other. That's good. Ouch! Who was it that was Ferry? Was it Malman? I think it was. I think Malman pushed Ferry, and the way I saw the situation, he should have left him a little bit more space. Of course, it's easier said than done when you're inside of the car at Monaco. Where the heck do you leave the space? Tennyson and Blimeshine exchanging places, which of course helps Kilian put some distance between him and the second. And he's almost 4 seconds away of Tennyson and Blimeshine. And we're seeing already some spaces being created between the pair Tennyson and Blimeshine and the pair Zöll and Malman. There's already a couple of seconds. Small train here. Whoa, cutting the chicane is not a good thing. Yep, and Azalin gets a warning for cutting the chicane. As was to be expected. Best lap time by Kilian, 1:38. We saw in the race before even better times than that, 1:28, like best time. Yakovsky was a little bit too near to Azulin. And of course the train at Mirabeau, which is to be expected. Eight minutes into the race, we have Kilian on first place with about 4 seconds away Tennyson. 2 seconds away from that, kinda Bleimschein. And Zöll near enough to Bleimschein. We've got this train here. Got Bleimschein, Zöll, Allmann, Azulin, then Diakovsky, Bloom, and so on, being quite far. But this train, I very much expect stuff going on there. Marman be here. And again, the train at Mirabeau. Choo. Really difficult enough to muster all these corners. You have somebody directly in front of you, it's even more difficult. Yikes. But interestingly enough, train or not, they are all, I suppose at the moment, just trying to survive, although Diakovsky is knocking on Azulin's door. Gap, can gain the position. Yeah, there we go, but Mirabeau not the best place. Neither high nor low the best place. Of course, if he keeps at it, maybe on the tunnel? No, he's still following. But this is at the moment the train. Bleimschein, Zöll, Malmann, Azulin. To a point, Diakovsky. Of course, as these are not Formula 1 cars, they can drive nearer to the person in front. By the way, the person at front is still Kilian, and 3 seconds away from him Tennyson, and after that, but that's already 5 seconds away from Tennyson, we have this train that we're watching here to see. if something happens in there. It's quite possible, especially because Diakovsky and Azulin are at it. So, well, there's a lot of fight going on. There is no positions being gained by anyone. Which, on the other hand, is not surprising. Talking about Monaco. And there we go. Azulin overtaking Malman. Is it gonna stick? Is it gonna stick? Oh, no, I don't think it's gonna stick. And, ooh. Azulin getting in the way of Diakovsky. The train is getting a little bit of space in between. Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on this train are about 3 seconds away from Bleimschein, who is at number 3, to Zöll, who is at number 7. But still, that's not much space. Oh! Who went off there? Azulin. No. Malman went off there. And Azulin, of course, is taking the place. And Diakovsky is saying thank you very much. Yeah, and it's gonna stick. Oh, bother. And Killian had an issue? Yeah. Killian had an issue and... Whoa! We've had there, what was it? Bleimschein and Azulin got into each other. Oof. Things are getting a little bit heated up here. So we have Tönnissen, Killian, Diakovsky, Malman, Zöll, Bleimschein, Azulin, Blum, Ferry, Könche, and Schmidt. Malman is trying to get the third, being quite near to Diakovsky. 0.3 of a second, kinda. Yeah, you don't drive that this way. Oh, Azulin is gonna be pissed. I would be in his position. And Malman loses control. Ah, bother. Now Diakovsky on 3rd, Zöll on 4th, Bleimschein on 5th. Ooh, lots of stuff going on. Azulin trying to get Bleimschein's position. So the train has now gotten a little bit loose between Diakovsky and Zöll. It's about 4 seconds. So I think that Diakovsky can now take a small breather. And between Zöll and Bleimschein, it's 3 seconds. Kinda. So breathing space for Diakovsky. The Kilian had his issue. He's now on 2nd position, 3 seconds away from Tennyson. Diakovsky is 4 seconds away, and Azolin was trying to get the position but didn't make it stick. That helps Malman getting nearer. So we had a train of 6 drivers, now it's a train of three drivers. And Ferry got his 3rd warning for cutting the track. So the next one is gonna mean he's gonna get a stop and go. Again, to anybody coming into the stream later, this is Assetto Corsa friends driving 911 cars with fixed setup on Monaco. The only thing that the drivers are allowed to change is the pressure of the tires. The tires are medium, and even the fuel. Oh! Azolin lost a little bit control, but Malman could not profit. As I was saying, even the fuel is fixed. The drivers are not allowed to change that. Which, in the race before this one at Sachsenring, led to some drivers not finishing the race because they ran out of fuel. Guys, this is not the way you take this this chicane. Like, the chicane is there to be taken and not to jump over the sausage. I get the feeling that Azolin is having some issues. Maybe his car broke in one of the issues that he's had, because and he lost control, and Malman, come on, Malman is, I don't know if Malman let him by. Oh, one thing that we didn't see, Diakovsky has taken the place of Kilian. And I see no information of Kilian having any issue getting into the rails or something like that. So I don't know what happened there, but Kilian lost 2nd position. Kilian, who was 1st for a long while, is now 3rd. We have passed the middle of the race, are now with less than 20 seconds left until the end. This is the 2nd race. The first one also took place at Monaco, 40 minutes long, and the 2nd race started with a reverse grid, as the Assetto Corsa friends do with these races. So if Kilian doesn't take care of his driving, Zöll could be taking his place quite soon, because he's only like 2 seconds away. Okay, and of the train that had 6 cars, now we only have a pair, which is Azolin and Malman. So, after more than 20 minutes of driving, the positions are while we see Kilian having issues. As I said, if he doesn't take care, Zerl is gonna be taken quite soon enough. Because now Zerl is only 1 second away. So I was gonna tell you the positions, but maybe I should wait until we see what happens between Kilian and Zerl. Because I'm sure the minute I tell you Kilian is still on third, he's gonna lose to Zerl. You know how it is, when you commentate something, you jinx it. Okay, maybe if I'm really quiet and I tell you the positions really quiet, I'm not gonna jinx them. Anyway, Tennyson at first, Diakovsky second, Kilian 4 seconds away, third, Zerl less than 1 second away, fourth, Bleimschein 5 seconds away from these guys on fifth, Malman 4 seconds away from Bleimschein on sixth, Azelin quite near to Malman on 7th, Ferry 8 seconds away from Azelin on 8th, Bloom something like 24 seconds away from Ferry on 9th, and Schmidt a long way away from Bloom on 10th. Don't be misled, Zerl is still 1.5 seconds away from Kilian. Of course, when the cars get into Mirabeau, it looks as if they are nearer to each other. Ooh, Azelin having issues with the car, which is quite squirrely. As I said during the first race, I've tried driving these cars myself, and they are not easy to keep on track. They love to oversteer, you have to be very careful with the throttle, and even more careful with the brakes. Let's put it this way, I don't think I would survive 40 minutes. I don't think I would survive 5 minutes on Monaco with this car. So, chapeau to anyone who is able to finish 40 minutes and even twice 40 minutes at this track. Malman is now near Bleimschein. Goes. About half a second away from Bleimschein. And if these guys fight a long time, of course Azelin is gonna profit by getting nearer. Kilian has survived on third, and Zerl is 2 seconds away, so things are calming, but between Malman and Bleimschein are getting hotter. Azelin's still having issues with the car. Whoa! So, if Malman takes Mirabeau right and positions himself still near to Bleimschein, he could try to get a good position on the tunnel and surpass at the end of the tunnel before the chicane. It's not an easy place, but we saw in the Formula E race in Monaco that it's an interesting place. No, Alman didn't try. Camera on Alman for a while. And Bleimschein turns around. I don't think that he got turned around by Malman. Bleimschein turns around and therefore gives his position to Malman. What a pity. Yeah, I don't see, at least the server didn't register any connection between the two. So Bleimschein either got nervous or these cars being how they are, you don't have to get too nervous. What a pity. And while it looked as if Azolin could profit and get nearer to Malman, I think Malman is getting away from Azolin. We are 10 minutes away from the end of the race with Tennyson on first, Diakovsky on second, Kilian Zattler on third, Zöll on fourth, Malman on fifth, Azolin quite near to Malman but almost a second away. On sixth, Bleimschein. It's a pity, but he is 8 seconds away from Malman and Azolin. Ferry after that, Bloom after that, and Schmidt after that. Hey, Azolin now nearer to Malman? He went more aggressive into the curves because the system is not registering any issues. And Malman lost control. Now Azolin lost control? Guys, what are you doing there? And what is this here? Ping pong or what? And of course, now because of these shenanigans, Bleimschein having an opportunity to get to Azolin. Who kisses the barrier a little bit too strongly. Azolin. Azolin takes the gains and the curves quite aggressively, which of course gains him some time, but if doesn't take care, this car being a little bit nervous, it's gonna cost him. Of course, he's getting away from Bleimschein. Therefore, ooh, we took Sandoval a little bit too optimistically. All right, 5 minutes to go until the end of this race and today's races. Tennyson on first, Diakovsky quite near on second. I mean, second is near enough. Kilian Zatla on third, far away enough. There you see Diakovsky and Tennyson. Far away enough is Zöll, then Malman, then Azalin, Bleimschein, Bloom and Ferry, and then far away Schmidt. So we could be seeing a change of positions between the first and the second, as Diakovsky is now driving more aggressively and therefore eating up the difference in time between him and Tennyson. There we go, Diakovsky's eating up the time, now he's less than half a second away. Okay. He's in a good position for the start and end straight to call it something. Don't get away from these two. Okay. Casino. Diakovsky just keeping near enough. Is interesting. So if Tennyson thought that it was going to be easy to end up first, Diakovsky is making it much less easy. Oh, what was that? May have been an issue with my connection to the server because the card looked strange. Anyway, Tennyson and Diakovsky is still at it. 2 minutes to go. Eating up the curbs aggressively. And some locking of the brakes. So not many laps left, like 1 or 2 at most. Diakovsky kissing the barrier a little bit there. Yeah, and losing a couple of tenths of a second because of that. Tennyson should not feel too secure. Of course, as always, Mirabeau, it seems as if the cars are very near to each other. Don't get that. So, Diakovsky knows that this is maybe not his last chance, but kinda. This, I suppose, is the second to last lap. I expect there's gonna be some time left on the clock when these two pass the line. Looks very much like it. Ooh! So, 10 seconds to go, and this is going to be the last lap. Either Diakovsky gets the position in this lap, or it's second place, which is still immensely good. Let's be clear about that. Out of Casino, getting into Mirabeau. Diakovsky kissing the... Oh, no. Kissing the barrier and kissing Tennyson. Then braking. Ooh, and Tennyson's car getting squirrely there. Tunnel. The end of the tunnel is always a good opportunity to overtake, but no. Mate getting out of the way. Clever boy. Cool. Un rascas. And doesn't look good for Diakovsky. He's fighting tooth and nail. But so is Tennyson. And yeah, looks as if Tennyson wins the race. Diakovsky 183 milliseconds away. Wow. And that on Monaco. Very well. Kilian finished third. Zöll fourth. Malman is gonna finish fifth. I'm quite sure Azalin is gonna finish 6th. And if you like this race, and maybe you were also at Sachsenring, the next race is gonna be on Assen. on the 10th of September. 10th of September, Assetto Corsa friends with the Porsche 911. Starting as we did here at 7:45 CET. 2 races, with the second race being reverse grid as was here. So we have Tennyson on first, Diakovsky on second, Zatla on third. Thanks all for watching the stream. We hoped you liked it. If you did, please tell your friends. And of course, we're happy if you follow us on Twitch, if you subscribe to the channel. We have this and other streams. Next week, whoa, what's happening there? Next week we're gonna be on Saturday. We are going to be streaming the VLN race of Assetto Corsa friends, and on Sunday we're gonna be commentating 4 hours of Spa from Global Enduro. So more than enough races here on Rom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing. So until next time, save fuel, collect pickup, and we'll see each other on the podium. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week. Remember, on Sunday our news. Bye!